I think we will speak here in English because it's a pretty multicultural audience here, so I hope everyone will understand. In any way, you can ask questions both in Russian, in English, in Latvian, no problem with answering. We all are here for getting to know each other, and we would like to say a bit about us. And actually, our main goal is making something like game development workshop. So maybe we could meet once in a month and sit here and help creating games each other. Maybe we could share ideas and some code knowledge and some other know-hows for creating amazing games. And I think everyone loves creating a game right here. And I think we could tell something from our experience of how did we made our games before, how are we making them right now, and where have we failed, where have we lost money, and something about also our successful games. So this is what I wanted to tell about, and I will ask sometimes to press the button right there with Mr. English, and this is a nice screenshot, and press it once more, please. So I wanted to start about how happened this MathsWorld company, how it all has begun, and why are we here right now. It's all begun, I think, 3 years ago. There was 4 guys. We liked to create games. We worked in different companies. Some of us were programmers, some were not, but we all liked game creation. And we came together and decided to open a company because we wanted to create a new amazing game. It called Steam Defense. There are some screenshots from that game. We are 4 guys and we like hardcore gaming. This game is pretty hardcore. We spent a lot of time creating it. It was first in our free time, then we decided to open our company, and it was already everyday's job of making this game. This was our great beginning because we made amazing games that we did really like. It's really playable. You can press spacebar. This game right now is available on not only on those stores, but it's pretty available right now. A lot of people are playing that game. It's online like 2 years already, and we could say that this game is pretty popular even without advertisements and without great publishers. We have launched this game by ourselves in a lot of places that we were able to. But still, this game wasn't a great success because when we started our game development in that company, we were hoping that we will create one amazing game. I think everyone right here is dreaming about it. So you're creating one amazing game and you get success and you get a lot of money and you're buying a new house, villa, and Lamborghini. Well, it hasn't happened without Lamborghini yet. This game was successful in some social networks, but we met the truth. We understood that creating a game for ourselves is not what will bring us money. So we started to think, what have we made wrong? Why wasn't it so successful? We worked at this game a lot of time, like years. We tried to make it better, but it was a hardcore game, and nowadays hardcore gaming is not so casual. So we thought maybe we should make a smaller casual game for online. Maybe we could try to get some investments from Kickstarter or something. I think everyone knows what Kickstarter is. And probably you also thought about maybe trying to get some money from that place. So did we. We create a new game. Spacebar, please. It was Angry Farmer, our amazing small game. It was pretty nice in some way. It was small. We haven't invested a lot of time in that game, and we tried to run it at Kickstarter with all we got. And yes, here is our screenshot. It is not success. We've got like $200, and I think $20 was from my wife. Yes. So Kickstarter wasn't the great cure of our investments. We spent a lot of time trying to get our game to be popular on Kickstarter, but oh my God, it was so hard to get at least some of those pledges. So this project was cancelled, and we thought again, what have we made wrong? We tried a smaller game, and this game was really, we haven't invested a lot of time and a lot of money as we did in Steam Defense. But still, there was no success. And then spacebar, please. And then we decided, why don't we try to make a really casual game? Not for us, because Steam Defense and Angry Farmer game, those games were for us. They were pretty hardcore, and we had a lot of fun playing it. But we haven't thought about audience, because usually audience is playing, for example, Match 3 game. And we have created our own Match 3 game. It's Clash of Diamonds. Some screenshots like here. It's maybe not so casual in design. It looks a bit not casual, but still we have found a publisher that agreed to take our game and publish it, just paying us money for that game. And actually this was our first success. It was a pretty small success in the beginning, but still, because we have created the game for people, not for us. I don't really like Match 3 playing every day. I'm not sitting in buses playing that kind of game. But we knew that this kind of game, they are popular, and if we want to start to continue our game development company, we have to make something more casual than hardcore gaming. And this game was released, and right now this is one of most popular titles from our company, like millions of installs. And after that game, we thought, okay, we have some success. Why don't we still try to make something that we could like by ourselves? Because it wasn't never my target to create a game like this. I don't really maybe like this style. I don't like this kind of game, and lots of our colleagues weren't dreaming of creating such kind of game in a daily basis. So, so we tried once more. We thought maybe we should create a hardcore game again. It's a tower defense game. Again, we tried a space theme. Maybe this is not the best screenshot. It looks like Earth, but still the location is somewhere in space. It's Alien Soul game. we tried to create something that we would like to play again. It was Alien Assault, and we failed. And we did it once again with, this is a jetpack game, again a space theme, and we have made also a zombie game. You know, it can be popular in some target groups. I haven't found a nice screenshot for a zombie game. But again and again, we understood that creating a game only for us, I pretty like this game. It looks nice, and I spent some time playing this game, going from work to home, like playing. But it wasn't popular by audience, so this game wasn't popular. And then I think at that stage we understood that we shouldn't try to make the games only for us. And we got back to, came back to cute stuff, much tree gaming, puzzle gaming, the casual stuff that that is pretty popular, and this is the stuff where we could earn a lot of stuff and money, popularity, my Lamborghini, and everything else. So right now we are at this stage. And we are at this stage already 2 years. We are working with mostly casual gaming. Everything looks nice, colorful, and maybe in the beginning we thought that maybe it's not what we wanted to do, because we like strategies and shooting games and everything. But still started working with those kind of games. We found out that it is possible to get success even without amazing titles, even without getting one Angry Birds-like project, but just working on a daily basis, making those games, making them fast and quality. And this is what we are doing right now. And actually, we started to love that style, because everyone in our company is able now to invest his ideas into gaming. And here is a good sample. Some of us was dreaming to make a game with Ariel. Yeah. Yes, she's pretty similar. She's not Ariel actually, but she looks pretty much, and she's living in underwater. Some fish stuff is happening there. Something fishy there. And all those nice games have get success. And right now we are working more on those colorful candy stuff, trying our other ideas, trying different code. Right now we are working on isometric city builder, also in colorful style. So we found our place in the gaming industry, and this is where we at right now. But still, being successful in casual gaming, we have also bigger and not so candy-like projects like this one. It's just a screenshot of one of our future projects. It's bigger, it's hardcore, but when we are in a stable situation with our smaller games, we are able to think more about that kind of games, about city builders, strategies, 3D shooters, and there are some smaller 3D projects going on. Maybe they could be also successful. But what we found out that if we want to stay in that business, in the gaming industry, we have to work on projects that are beloved by people, not by ourselves. And this place where we are meeting today. We would like to share some knowledge of how we are making it, how we are working of delivering the games to people, and what we do to make those games more successful. Mr. And here is a small list of what we get, what we learned, and what we wanted you to know, how it can be more successful to get your game to people. First, it's pretty important, don't hide your ideas. I think anyone has some game idea and you wanted to create your unique game, but when you are not telling about your idea to anyone, you're just hiding your game, and it is not possible to develop a game without fresh ideas from a lot of people. And this is why sitting here, don't be scared to share your ideas. I don't remember any situation when someone has stolen a game idea from other guy, because the ideas, there is too much ideas in anyone's head.
But it could potentially happen, right?
It could be, and I will show in some next slides of how it can happen. But don't make it as a blocker. If you have a great game idea, probably you're the best person to make this game. So don't afraid to hide it, and there will be something right next. Also, the second one of start working today. Maybe you're thinking about getting first some investments, of getting some money from Kickstarters or some other places. But already today you could start work in the evenings on your game, on your concepts, on anything, because maybe when you start this evening, already tomorrow you will know of how to change something, or maybe your idea will be modified when you start make it already today. We have learned it because we have changed a lot of our game ideas right after we started to develop it. A lot of our games that you saw already today, I will show a bit more later. They wasn't planned to be released the way we did. We planned them to be quite different, but only after starting of this development process we understood that it could be different. And right after you start please with prototyping. Don't start if you're drawing from something, don't start with drawing a logo for your game, or don't start with a user interface quality drawing. If you're a programmer, don't start with registration form, because it is not important in the beginning. It is important when you are releasing your game, but you should start with a playable prototype, so you can show it to your friends and they react on your game and they could say some ideas. We had experience with Steam Defense. This was our, you remember, bigger project, and even in the name there is a Steam Defense. It was a steampunk plant game. It's actually not steampunk, but we started with making characters. We spent a lot of time with making all these steampunk glasses and hats, and it was a waste, because we understood when we created a game, we understood that we spend the time on something that is just not needed. So prototyping is very important. Don't spend your time somewhere you can not spend it. After you have a prototype or even a beta, you should release it faster. because if you are going to make your game perfect, it will actually never happen. We have like 20 games per year releasing, and there is no game from us that is perfect, because we can spend month and month for polishing the game, of making it pixel perfect, of moving buttons and making some objects brighter. You can never stop make your game better. So don't spend your time with polishing it. Just release it and see the reaction of your target audience. Maybe make a beta test or something. And the last one, it's a bit sad, but communicating with game developers, there was often a problem that someone has created a game, has created an art, and suddenly it was deleted, hardware was broken, or some other problem, and the game was totally lost. So this is, maybe it's not a correct context right here, but it's also a problem. Even after making everything until the last stage, you can just lose your game if you are not making it correctly. And I have also lost my game a long time ago. Yes, it was. So there's a lot of places where you can store your game. And about the ideas, we are here to share our ideas, and maybe you could be afraid that your idea can be stolen. Yes, it can be. This is Shelter Simulator, amazing game, and there is a year when this screenshot was made, and even the name is pretty similar to that. You know that game? Yes. That game wasn't released, but there was a lot of information about the game. This game was started to be made by a friend of mine, and I have also participated in that project a bit. I have helped with some HTML5 coding, and so. And now we got that game, and I don't feel sad about it. But the guy that made this idea with Shelter Simulator, he's just crazy, because everything is just stolen, and this information about that game, it's available in gamedev.ru portal. You can just read it, and you will see that the feeling is that they stole the game. But to be realistic, I'm not sure that it happened. It's just don't be afraid of that, because only speaking about your ideas and creating your idea will lead you to success. Mister? And yes, this is. Let me Google that for you. I don't know why, but a lot of game developers are starting making the game. They spend evenings and evenings with getting some unique art for his game, with getting some unique music for this game. But there is a lot of places where you could take some test assets for your game. You cannot use them in production, but still, as a programmer, you are able to do it even without an artist. You can get from everywhere needed assets and start to create your game. If you are a programmer and an artist, even in that case, an artist shouldn't have, you don't have to make all the drawings by yourself. Artists can help to get needed assets from internet, just to make it clear with the style. If you're going to make a steampunk game, don't spend your time of making it by your hand. An artist can help to find stylish steampunk assets taken from internet, put in your game, and you will understand if this actually suits, if it can work. And only after the game is in some prototype stage and artists can start making the nice, unique art, only then you should do this. So don't be afraid to use internet. There is a lot of help, and don't be afraid to use ready engines for your game, because if we are speaking about programmers, and I know a lot of those programmers that don't want to use ready engines. They want to write their own 3D engine, their own JavaScript engine. You can spend your time on it later, but if you will do it right now, your game will not grow, because you will spend a lot of time for all this engine stuff. So the advice is to use makers, to use different, like Unity. We are working here in Unity, and it works pretty nice. If we will get some performance issues, even in Unity we are able to fix it, and if it will be not enough, we will move to, maybe we will write an engine by ourselves sometime, but not today. You can press the button, and here is some goodbye message from me. Thank you for listening. This was just a short introduction. There are
There's a
tables.
premiere!
There is something to take, and now my colleague Kindex, Andrew, will show you some basic stuff of how could you create a game in one evening. How is it possible? If you have an idea, you should better make this idea come true and make your game in this evening. So Andres will help you to understand how it works.